Looking for things to do in northern New Jersey? I'm going to talk about 5 parks that are within 30 minutes of most northern New Jersey towns and also about 30 minutes from Midtown. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Teresa O'Connell with Teresa Loves NJ and Keller Williams NJ Metro Group. If this is your first time to this channel, I'm a New Jersey realtor and like to share information about New Jersey communities and real estate topics. Let's start our park adventure. We're going to talk about some riverfront parks first. If you've looked across the river from northern Manhattan, you've seen the majestic Palisades cliffs. The Palisades Interstate Park Commission was formed jointly with New Jersey and New York State to protect the 100,000 acres of the Palisades cliffs and the lands underneath from quarries that were over-mining in the late 1800s. First stop, Alpine Boat Basin. If you want to drive to the Alpine Boat Basin, you can get there from the Palisades Interstate Parkway or 9W. The first thing you'll see is the Palisades Park Commission building. Continue down the scenic drive to the Alpine Boat Basin. There are, of course, boats, picnic areas, and a walking path leading up to the top. In the 1700s, farmers used to travel from Closter Dock Road through a pass in the cliff to bring their produce down to the dock for shipment by sailboat to New York City. Walk or bike along the Hudson, either from the drive or from the river path that runs from Alpine Boat Basin all the way to Fort Lee. From Memorial Day through Labor Day, there's a small charge to park in the parking lot at the boat basin. Next stop, Englewood Boat Basin, which is actually in Englewood Cliffs. To get there, take exit 1 off the Palisades Parkway, or if you're in one of the local towns, you can travel up from Palisades Avenue through Englewood and just keep going straight. It's a windy, stone-bordered drive down to the boat basin, complete with waterfall. Once there, you'll see lots of boats moored at the dock, a playground, picnic areas, and spectacular views. You can walk the path north along the river to the Alpine Boat Basin, or south to Fort Lee, passing under the George Washington Bridge. There is parking for a small fee at the boat basin, and there's also a snack shack. Fun fact, the movie Big with Tom Hanks used the Ross Dock to shoot a carnival scene. They built a whole carnival down there, complete with Ferris wheel. Next stop, Fort Lee Historical Park. The entrance is just south of the George Washington Bridge. On weekends, there's a charge for cars to enter. Once in the park, you'll find the Visitor Center that also showcases artifacts from the 1700s when George Washington was defending the fort and surrounding area from the British. North of the Visitor Center, there is a lookout, complete with binoculars, that allow users to see up and down the river close up. If you look under the George Washington Bridge on the New York City side, you'll see a lighthouse. Further south on the path, visitors will see replicas of buildings and artillery used during the 1700s. Now let's explore 2 inland Bergen County parks. First is Saun Park in Paramus, New Jersey. Paramus is largely known for its business and retail sectors and also for its low property taxes, in case you're interested in moving there. But venture into the magical 146-acre Saun Park and you'll find walking paths, playground, tennis courts, baseball field, and a beautiful pond that could make you think you're in Maine. For a small fee, there's a zoo, carousel, pony rides, and even a train that takes passengers through the park where they might get a glimpse of buffalo grazing. You could spend an hour or all day there. There are picnic areas and comfort areas. There's also an ice rink in the winter months that kicks off with the Winter Wonderland Festival that takes place from the last weekend in November through the first weekend in January. Last but not least, take some time to visit the massive 811-acre Overpeck Park. Land was donated more than 50 years ago by the municipalities of Leonia, Palisades Park, Teaneck, and Ridgefield Park. Some of the land included brownfields and landfills. The main entrances are on Fort Lee Road in Leonia. There are 5 miles of walking and jogging paths, tennis courts, basketball courts, a track for running or just working out, the 9/11 Memorial, equestrian center, and kayak rentals. Crew teams also use the creek. There's sports fields, a playground, fishing areas, and a lawn that reminds me of Sheep's Meadow in Central Park. There's also an amphitheater for concerts in the summer. The Overpeck Creek Conservatory and Overpeck Golf Course are accessible not far away in Teaneck. I hope you're ready to start exploring some of these great northern New Jersey parks. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about New Jersey. And if you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe.